It's suns out, guns out with Wolf River Electric solar panels. Thanks to Wolf River Electric, Sonny here can finally get all of his energy out. And when the sun's out, Sonny has way more energy than we know what to do with, so we sell that energy back to the electric company. Sun's out, money's in. Switch to Wolf River Electric and make every day, rain or shine, a suns out, guns out day.
I took him with me when we went to lovely Millbank, South Dakota last week.
Yep.
And that's what we drank when it was 100 degrees.
You drank the
We had
Surfside.
nothing but Surfside.
She goes down pretty easy.
It does. It really does. And you're on stage and you're like, hey, this feels good.
Did you cheers each other and say, no bubbles, no troubles?
I did. I said, no bubble, no trouble.
You did?
I did.
Why did you say
That's
it like
not catching
Yeah,
on,
because
Marty.
I was having a heat stroke.
Oh, that's sad.
So you're sad.
So you
but-
had a little bit of troubles.
Yep.
But you still had no bubbles.
That's right.
Oh, bubbles.
Thank you, Surfside.
Thank you, Surfside.
That might be a fun
Have a great
game
weekend.
for us to throw out products and to see if what Sauce could come up with for a slogan.
Okay.
Because you famously have done that for Surfside multiple times without their approval.
Toothpaste.
Yeah, toothpaste.
They came up with no bubbles, no troubles. I wish I could claim it.
Sauce, try it. Toothpaste. Go.
Me?
No, I mean
Toothpaste?
literally try toothpaste. It would be great for all of us. No, give us a good slogan.
Toothpaste. The best a man can get.
Wow.
Right to the army. All right, I
I
like
was
it.
going to say, huh? I thought he was going to say, it was what's for dinner.
Yeah.
Doritos.
Doritos?
Yes.
Cheesy goodness all the time.
That's catchy.
It's a lot like when Chandler on Friends first tried to start throwing out slogans. Feels like you're off to a slow start, but it worked out for him.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Got a job at that ad agency. Maybe
Yeah.
you will too.
How about 7th Avenue Pizza?
The best pizza you can find, 7thAvenuePizza.com.
The slogan has the website in it.
Yes, it
That's
does.
smart.
Nailed it.
That's
That's
smart.
approved by Matt.
Nailed that one.
Smart.
The best a man can get.
Yep. Or lady.
Thank you.
What about
And also
what
with
about
you.
Gillette razors?
Gillette razors,
Yes.
don't use them on your teeth. Best you can do. Shave.
Let's do fan 5 before we get canceled. And I don't mean like cancel culture. I just mean Abbott fires all of us.
Why would you do that?
Did you say the teeth thing because you were still thinking about toothpaste?
Yeah, I was trying to do the opposite, but it was not funny.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by Builders and Remodelers.
Thanks, builders and remodelers. All right, the NBA draft is over. Hawk and Parrish's long national nightmare has ended. The Wolves had the first pick in the second round, according to multiple sources. They basically were just leaving it open to the highest bidder. To be honest, they didn't get a lot,
No.
but they moved back and got a second round pick next year, and then one in 2074.
Basically, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, second round picks are worthless. You know how I've been screaming this for 20 years and nobody listens because who cares? It's sports. Every year when somebody says second round picks are worthless, there'll be some website like on Yahoo and it'll go, oh yeah, well here's 8 guys in the second round that were unbelievable, and it'll be like whatever Jalen Brunson or Nikola
Who
Jokic.
else, Hawk?
And it's like one every 4 years. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, wow, 7 guys in the last 25 years have been good. Oh, that's cool. I mean, it's like, of course we know it can happen, but it's so worthless. So to trade back and get 2 future seconds, we got 2 guys in the future that will be terrible.
Yeah.
So whatever. But the guy that we got last night was going to be terrible anyway. So we drafted some Australian freak named Rocco Zakarski. He's 7'2" and he's 18 years old.
He's 7'2". I had read 7'4".
It depends. I guess it depends now
Yeah.
if they're
Does he have
in
shoes
shoes
on?
or out
Yeah,
of shoes. Because the
correct.
Wolves website says 7'2". I saw on Twitter last night 7'3", and I saw 7'4". So who knows? It's like we don't know how old he is. We don't know how tall he is. We don't know if he's played basketball for 1 week or 15 years. It's hard to say.
KFAN.com says he's 5'6".
Wow.
That's
That's a
clickbait.
huge beat.
No,
Yeah.
clickbait.
That's clickbait.
Anyway, Jan Belanger, though, Marnie, your thoughts on the 18-year-old French kid we took in the first round?
Yeah, Juan Berenguer. I really don't have a lot of information on him. I was watching the draft at the time, and then I watched the highlights in his little highlight reel, and I was like, well, let's hope this kid can play.
Here's the lovely and talented Tim Connolly.
He was a guy that we were fortunate enough to have a workout with recently. We followed closely. It's such a neat story. I mean, this is his first year playing professional basketball. Literally started playing basketball because he outgrew his soccer cleats. He's a striker. And as we watched him more and more, he goes to Cedevita in Slovenia, expecting to be a second division player, just working on his skills. And every time we watch him, we're kind of blown away with his instincts, especially for a guy that's barely played basketball.
I just don't know.
Don't know much.
So, it's hard to learn how to shoot in 4 years. My guess is he can't shoot worth a damn. But if he can dunk and block shots and catch the ball, unlike Rudy Gobert, because Rudy can't catch, maybe it's an upgrade. Who knows? And significantly cheaper for the foreseeable future than Rudy Gobert.
Is it weird to draft a guy that doesn't play basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is weird, right?
Yeah.
Highlight
Yeah.
reel is
I
pretty
wouldn't
fun,
recommend
though.
Yeah.
Highlight reel is pretty exciting, but we've fallen for that trap 1,000 times in drafts in the
Nope.
past as well.
He'll play a ton of games in Iowa for the G League.
Well, starting with athleticism, which is one of the terms used to describe this young man quite often, that's a really good place to start, I feel like. Everybody in the NBA is athletic because there's
Almost. Don't forget you're on
so
camera,
much-
by the way.
Oh,
Now we have to guess
So
who
much
you were
better.
referring to.
so much better than you and I when we think of someone who's athletic. But to be labeled as someone in the NBA athletic, that means you're like off the charts, like an Anthony Edwards type. So I feel like even if the skill isn't quite as developed, when you start with you're a super athletic guy, you can always build on that. So I do like that part. Also, did you guys, I don't know if you watched any of the draft or saw the highlight clips or whatever, but the emotion from so many different players and parents and grandparents, it was incredible. I was not locked on it. It was kind of background noise for a couple of days, but whenever I seemed to look over, somebody was crying.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome.
It's a big day.
You love to watch people cry.
Wow.
But crying out of
Actually.
happiness and just a couple of them literally rolling down the cheek from, when you're used to seeing these stoic athletes and this is a business and I'm here to win. And this was
it's-
wonderful to see.
This-
One of
Human side of it.
one of many life's goals in an athlete's career.
This is Juan Belanger's grandma.
Oh my God! Wow.
And
She was
Wow.
very excited.
yeah, this is
Marnie.
Rocco Biasid.
Zikarsky.
Yep, this is his great grandfather.
Oh, he was excited.
Very emotional.
That's emotion.
Marnie,
yeah.
does
Sat on
crying,
his left
does
nut.
crying hurt?
Jesus.
I've never done it.
Really?
No, it looks like it hurts.
No, it
I
doesn't.
saw you cry.
It doesn't hurt.
I saw you cry.
Sometimes the hurt causes the cry.
Amen, sister.
Oh.
Do you think, when is the last time you cried as an adult? Out of happiness or sadness?
Good
Jabus-
question.
Jabus,
Yeah, Jabus getting his van.
Jabus got his van. He
No,
cried.
didn't cry.
You did. We saw it happen.
No, you guys
Saw
like to
that
think
single
that.
tear.
Nope, I don't like when a guy gets a van.
Wow.
It doesn't do much for me.
No.
Last time I cried as an adult,
Mm-hmm.
probably the 09 draft when they picked Rubio.
I bet you cry every time you go to the poker table.
Walk away from the poker table.
Birth of your daughter?
No, I got hell for that.
For not crying?
Yeah, I
For her
did.
being born?
No, I caught hell for that from Angie because I didn't cry. I know I said this to Sauce before Louis was born because I told him, I'm like, look, you're not going to know what you feel like until it happens, right? You can't tell yourself I'm going to do this or do that. I was so blown away by how surreal it was. I just was having a hard time processing what I was looking at. I don't think I got, quote, emotional until like day 2 or 3. I'm like, God dang, this is real. Like, she's home. This is
2
weird.
or 3?
Yeah, like it just didn't sink in. It was just a blur of surrealness. Is that the right word?
No idea. Don't ask.
Didn't
me.
cry. I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
This is a real person.
It's
I was
surreal.
blown away by it. So I didn't cry at all. I just couldn't process what was happening.
I cried when I woke up this morning.
Watching YouTube clips of the Rubio draft.
This again?
Do you think that's weird as a
You're
person who has
watching that.
birthed 2 kids that I did not cry at the birth of my daughter?
No, I suppose there are guys who don't like weep, but like, did you have tears in your eyes?
I
Did
don't
you
remember.
feel
I don't-
a lump in your throat?
I don't, those aren't emotions that I
No.
commonly
All right.
experience.
Okay.
No, I just, I don't know. I don't know. Didn't want to force it. Didn't want to like, I have to cry. Otherwise I'm going to look bad. It just didn't happen.
Your daughters ever write you a really sweet happy birthday card or Father's Day card or
It's mostly
high
death
school
threats.
graduation?
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. Where's Randy?
Okay.
Parrish, the NHL draft is tonight. Again, the Wild don't pick until 52, but your squad, the Islanders, won the lottery. They will draft number 1 overall. Do we know who the consensus number 1 pick is?
The Schaefer, is it Matthew Schaefer? It kind of sounds like that's going to be the pick. Like you said, it's not. It doesn't have necessarily the high end exciting draft picks that you'd think of or that you hear of on other years. But that being said, you never know. You never know how good the draft is until this generation becomes players.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck, everybody. Again, it's a foot in the door. Keep working. The work has just begun.
Yeah. I heard J. Howard Marshall.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Jay.
Well, he's dead, but it would have been his birthday.
Wow.
Would he be like 110
At least 100.
now or something? Didn't he die when he was almost 90?
He
And that
died
was
in
20.
95 when he was 94.
Oh man.
Yes, he'd be in his 120s, but he's still fast.
Yeah.
He's still
Yeah.
fast
And
over
Anna
space.
Nicole Smith still would marry him today if they were both alive.
Yeah, let me
No,
tell
love
you
is
right
love.
now.
Love is love.
Love is love. Love.
J. Howard Marshall has cried more recently than me.
Yeah.
He's also touched boobs.
Genius.
Yeah, but he had to pay for it. He had to pay for it. Billions of dollars in oil money,
You know
whatever
what
he
I
gave
say?
her.
Money well spent.
Speaking of a lot of money, $94,000. One of you has a crack at it after this because Initials is next.
Up next, it's the Initials game featuring the St. Paul Federal Credit Union Jackpot. Call 1-800-320-5326 for your shot at the Initials Jackpot next on The Fan.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. Starring John Fogerty, Bryan Adams, Sammy Hagar, Mariah Carey, Tim McGraw, Jelly Roll, Ed Sheeran, and more. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stay, superstar performances, and once-in-a-lifetime artist.
That's going to be a good show. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Halve Time, or Zach Chat, or whatever this is. Good morning. Trying to make sure like I haven't thought or forgot anything for the Initials game, which is kind of a big deal. But I don't think I have. I am eyeing a 5-hour energy right now. But I don't think I'm going to do that right now. I try to avoid 5-hour energies as much as I can. I don't really have them on a regular basis. Even semi. I've probably had like 2 in the last 3 years, but they are huge when you need them. Forgot to tell us a combo today. Haha, I wish I knew. It actually would make my job a lot easier. But I can't know. Nobody else can know other than... and what's his name? Corey Cove? Yeah, that's the host. See, I told you, I need that boost, that kick in the caffeine balls. I can say whatever I think I can say whatever on here, right? Zach, are you ready for the church challenge? No, I'm not, Shane. Let's take some time here. Hi, my brother was one of your Pee Wee coaches, so that's cool. All right, cool. Cheapers. Yeah, I don't remember who that could be. Let's see here. What's your favorite color? Was blue, kind of turned into orange as I moved up the ranks in the White Bear Lake area. Go Bears. Shout out to the Twitch folks. When should we call to get in? Everyone else look away. When they ask you to call, usually they call. They ask you to call, and I don't know. A lot of people call too early. People were calling in at like 6:30 this morning for it. That's never going to be a thing. We're never going to be like, okay, you just stay at home for 2 hours. Please do so. No idea. That's all up to Core. Core is the lone person who is aware of that. Spencer, good to see you. Very nice. Like, that's the thing, man. Hollywood especially. Like, my picture, because that picture is awesome. It's a very nice headshot. I have a headshot from I think my senior photo is my work account from high school. My work email. That's my picture because it's the nicest one I could think of when I joined here 9 years ago. And it was still I still somewhat kind of look like that. Now I don't look like that at all. And I'm basically like doing basically catfishing my coworkers when they see the face on my email and they see me in real life and like, are you the same person? I only ever had one favorite NHL player was Darby Hendrickson back in the day. After that, I didn't really, but when I was a kid, it was Darby. Miracle, I love both, but Miracle, John was my favorite of those two. I can quote it all the time. I haven't seen it in a while. Might have to go back there. Speaking of going back and watching Miracle, we'll go to the home of number 7 on that Miracle. A nice team. LM asking if I'm ever going to get back up to Roseau. Yes, I do want to go up there. Maybe even this winter. I don't know. Because I went up there for my 21st birthday, obviously for the chart challenge as well, but I went there for my 21st birthday. So it's going to be about 10 years since I saw Roseau versus Warroad. I might have to go back up there. Let's see here. True. Oh, man. Cowboy Jacks, Jake. Whew. Good times. Wish I remembered more of them. So, it'd be nice. Nice to get back in the final. Let's see here. Any other else? Chad's a little bit more active on the initials game days, and there's some pretty aggressive stuff here. All right, let's see if we can find one more before we go back to the radio show. I'm not going to the mall later. Did that yesterday, 2 days ago. Wednesday was out there. And, of course, last week. Vlog shoot, great. We post it right away. It's the system that kind of decides how long it goes up. We post as quickly as we can, but the system takes it from there. So hopefully be up quick.
Here we go.
We'll do my best.
Back
Here we
there
go.
behind me, that's Mark Parrish. Marnie Galarno's over there as well.
Let's go.
Hi.
Go, guys.
It is 8:25. It is Friday. That must mean one thing.
What?
It's time for me to whoop you in the initials game.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
let's see.
This is Initials Game 580 on the Power Trip, presented by Wolf River Electric.
Yes.
You got that right. Thank you. The initials game is sponsored by our great friends at Wolf River Electric. Go to wolfriverelectric.com. Click on free quote to get started. Tell them you heard about it on KFAN. And make sure you get your initials guesses in on X, Facebook, and Instagram each week with the hashtag KFAN initials for your chance to win $1,500 off a new home solar system. Thank you, Wolf River Electric.
It's the best, man. I'm saving tons of money. Get solar panels put on. Those guys are the absolute best. You're going to love them. All right, let's go around the room. Sauce, what happens if you win today?
I am sponsored by my amazing friends at 7th Avenue Pizza. All 7th Avenue Pizza is on sale at Center's Supermarket in Northeast Minneapolis. And if I win today, tweet me and tag 7th Avenue Pizza at the end of Sunday, and one of you could win $100 to restock your freezer with 7th Avenue Pizza. Also, check out my Twitter page for a GoFundMe for a friend of mine who's dealing with something crappy.
Right on. Christopher.
That's right. If I win, you'll receive 10% off your entire order now through Monday in-store online at radco.com for my friends at Radco. When you use the promo code INITIALS, discount does not apply to toppers, does everything else. Thank you, Radco.
Miss Marnie Gellner.
So thankful for my wonderful friends at Great Clips. And if I win today, go ahead, tweet me, tag Great Clips now through the end of Sunday, and one of you will win free haircuts for an entire calendar year from Great Clips Salon.
Mr. Mark Parrish.
I am sponsored by my amazing friends at Buy the Yard. And if I win, visit any of Buy the Yard's 3 showrooms and mention initials to get 10% off and free delivery on Buy the Yard's maintenance-free outdoor furniture. Offer valid on in-store purchases now through next Friday. Thank you, Buy the Yard. This stuff is the best.
How cool would it be? You kick up some Buy the Yard furniture. You grab the home version of Initials Game off of initialsgame.com. You're just sitting around the pool.
Or around the campfire.
Maybe in Marnie's backyard.
Don't care.
Versions 4 and 6. The new one just came out like 3 weeks ago, but version 6 available at initialsgame.com. That's initialsgame.com. Get it today.
Proud of you, Coral.
Version 6.
Good luck.
Paul, did you get it yet?
No.
It's nice.
Wow. Thanks for the support.
But I always support you. B, I was just hoping you'd give me one. For my kind eyes.
I do zoom in on a lot of your photos, and I do see version 3 on your little game thing. I zoom in on a lot of your photos to see if I can find something to rip.
Why?
It's hard to rip when you have one of my games at your house.
Yeah. Well, then give me the 6 so you stop ripping me. I'll wear it if you stop.
You'll wear the game?
I'd hold it like this.
$94,000 up for grabs. One of you gets a crack at it right now.
Now it's time for the St. Paul Federal Credit Union Initials Jackpot.
Currently at $94,000. You're looking to buy a new car? Save money in your current car loan. Do it with St. Paul Federal Credit Union. Now offering auto loan rates as low as 4.99% APR. Apply today at stpaulfcu.org/KFAN. Federally insured by the NCUA.
All right. Can't say enough good things about St. Paul Federal Credit Union. I can't believe that we're this high now, but $94,000. It's spectacular. It's the coolest thing ever. It's gone off twice, but it's been a long time since it's gone off. It goes up $500 every week thanks to St. Paul Federal Credit Union. If the caller guesses one letter out of the 2 in the right spot, they win $250, which is still a lot of money. That's really cool for calling a radio show and getting $250. But if they do the unthinkable and say both letters in the right spot, they win the progressive jackpot and they win $94,000.
Oh, come on now.
Good morning. What is your name and where are you from? Hello. 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 Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. You're going to be so sad.
Are you there? Going once, going twice. Hello.
Bye.
All right.
Boy, that was
that's-
he had the right initials,
That person has
Yeah, for sure.
missed out on a shot at
that was Donald.
too.
$94,000.
He's going to do it.
Just
Okay,
take a
good.
random one.
All
Here
right,
we go. Good morning. What is your name?
Yeah, I'm Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, man.
Paul, is Paul. I don't know if you just heard, but somebody else got picked, and then there was no one there. So theoretically,
Is that right?
if you win
Oh, wow.
if you win $94,000, then somebody else went absolutely dead silent and passed the torch to you. So here you go. The door is open, Paul. $94,000. All you have to do is tell me the right initials. Go for it.
I'm going double letters. I'm going to go double B, B as in boy.
Double B. You're going double B.
I like the thought.
B as in boy.
I like it.
If one of them's a B, you get $250.
Come on, Steve.
Come on, big boy.
If they're both right, you get
Come on, Steve.
$94,000. Is one
Here
of
we
the
go,
two
Paul.
letters
Come on
B
now.
for $250? And is Paul still alive for $94,000? He's going double letters, double B. Nope.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Love the strategy. I think that's one of the, I don't know, 5 or 6 best combos to guess. I think Paul had the right idea, just the
did?
wrong week. Not you, the other Paul.
Yeah. Nice try,
Nope.
Paul.
Double B is one of the most common combos I've used. This is the opposite because I've
boy.
never used it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
Ever?
Ever.
4L.
4L.
Now.
Nope, they're both letters. Tough one today. Buckle up. Ready?
Yep.
The initials for game 580, the letter K, and then the letter P.
I knew it.
K, P.
KP.
Yikes. Yell out your name. Your name is your buzzer. Best out of 12. Here we go. KP number 1.
Clue number 1.
Can be wild.
Clue number 2.
Might involve a fee.
Paul.
Yep.
Keg party.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Saucy
flexing.
coming out.
Saucy,
swinging.
saucy.
Wow.
Keg party. Been to
That's
one or
good.
two of those in your life?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Char-
didn't
you
get
charge
dumb
a-
by not going to them.
You ever get wild?
Probably not. I had one beer and probably left.
I would ask if you could do a keg stand, but there's no way you've been inverted.
No way. Break every bone to the rest of his body.
Wow, why? I just
It'd
got
be like
one
an
right.
upside down cake pop, and I mean that as a compliment.
I've done a keg stand.
Have you?
Yeah, the Andre the Giant and the body.
Did
or
you have
the
to rent a
mountain was
crane?
there.
The body of the mountain
Yeah.
with one or the other.
I like how he
Jeez.
gets one and he's a genius, and we just dump on him for 30
Yeah.
straight
That was
seconds.
a great, hey, Sauce, that was great.
started it.
Great job, Sauce. That was
Learned it
awesome.
From watching you, Dad.
Yeah.
Sauce with keg parties on the board with one.
All right, here we go. Go,
Here
guys.
is
Let's go.
number
We got this.
2.
Mines, let's go.
Number 2 of KP
Clue number 1.
is delivered.
Clue number 2.
Can be unexpected.
Clue number 3.
Forces an ending.
Marnie.
Yep.
Knockout punch.
That's right.
Wow, Marnes.
That is a
Wow,
knockout
good one.
punch.
Marty, that was
Marnes.
really good. I'm
That
so
was
surprised.
really good.
What?
Hogs Daddy's
I haven't
funny.
won in months.
I know.
Yeah, Corey's
These are
devastated.
the good old days.
Yeah, it's been tough for me.
Yeah,
Marnie has one. Sauce
That was
has
good,
one.
Marnes. That was good, Marnes.
that was good.
Okay.
Marnes.
All right, here we go. Now we go,
Here we
Hog.
go.
Here we go. Come
Number
on.
3
Go, guys.
of KP.
Clue number 1.
Not unusual to feature a dog.
Clue number 2.
Often emptied after each use.
Clue number 3.
Most commonly round or circular.
Marnie.
Yep.
Kiddie pool?
That's right.
Oh, wow.
It's the old kiddie pool.
Wow.
Yeah, you rinse out the dog in there once in a while. They
Oh,
like to
yeah.
play in those
That
things.
was-
That's a kiddie
That's
pool.
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right.
Marnie.
Nice job, Martins.
Do they have a kitty toilet? Composter?
Yeah. If they're lucky, they do.
It's a weird question if people don't listen to the show often.
That is a
Yeah.
really weird question. Marnie has 2. Sauce
Did
mine.
has
All right.
1.
Hawk. Now we go.
Here's number 4.
Now we're ready. Now we're ready.
That's the knockout punch. Number 4 of KP.
Clue number 1.
Wore a belt to work.
Clue number 2.
Often covered in red, blue, and white.
Clue number 3.
You could argue he often was found in between 2 other men.
Clue number 4.
Has an association with a bronze fist pump.
Paul.
Yep.
Kirby Puckett.
That's right.
Oh, nice.
Good
thought.
clues, Core. Those
Those
are
were
great
good
clues.
clues.
Very good.
That is
I was on the right
Kirby
track.
Puckett.
I'm not from here. What's the bronze fist?
The,
pump?
The statue outside of Target
when he
Field.
hit
He's
the
got,
home run in Game
Oh,
6.
he's got the bronze
And he
statue.
Yeah, I was trying to
Wore a
rattle
belt to
through
work.
Yeah,
statues.
he
Good
sure
one,
did.
Sauce.
Oh, that was.
There
wow.
was somebody
He
I was
was to
thinking
it.
of that it might be, because I was like, this is sports, but I'm like, he's not going to use it because those two would have no idea who it is.
Fair. Marnie has 2. Sauce has 2. Here's number 5 of KP.
About us.
Clue
Oh, yeah.
number 1.
No, now we're going Hawk. Now we're going.
Transports.
Clue number 2.
Has ruptured.
Clue number 3.
Started in Alberta, Canada.
Clue number 4.
Has been mentioned in many political debates.
Hawk.
Yep.
Keystone Pipeline?
That's right.
Oh, that a boy.
That is
no
the
idea.
Keystone
Good guys.
Pipeline.
Nice job.
Again, from time to time, I like those because I have no idea of the 4 of you which ones
No
are going to
idea.
know that and which ones aren't, which makes it fair. I don't know who knows the
Yeah.
Keystone Pipeline, but Chris did.
I've heard of it.
Advantage, Chris.
Nice job, Hawk.
Not a boy, Hawk.
Keystone
There we go.
Pipeline.
Does that
Now
run
you're going, now you go.
parallel to the Alaskan pipeline or?
Down.
Ask Rosie. I'm not
Girl,
sure. He would know.
down.
Just below it. Marnie has 2. Sauce has 2, and Hawk's on the board. Parrish, you still
Right.
have plenty of time. Plenty
Oh,
of
yeah.
time.
All kinds of time.
We got a baby.
Here's number 6 of KP.
You do? Congrats.
Clue
Thank you.
number 1.
Not exclusively, but commonly come in pairs.
Clue number 2.
Have a dome-like shell.
Clue number 3.
Are designed to contour.
Clue number 4.
Often associated with flooring installation.
Paul.
Yep.
Knee pad.
That's right.
Nice job.
That is a knee pad. Saucy Saucerson.
Hawk's sister writes those off on her taxes.
That's right.
That was actually really good, Sauce.
You know, I mean, it's a legitimate business expense. I
Yeah.
don't know why you're bringing
How
that
is
up.
she?
She's having hip surgery.
Oh, wow.
We're halfway through the game.
Amateur.
Sauce, you have 3. You have the lead. Congratulations. Marnie, you have
Thanks,
2.
Corliss.
Hawk has 1. Parrish still has 6
Plenty of time.
opportunities.
Plenty of time. Here we go.
Here's number 7 of KP.
Clue number 1.
Involves an aspect of randomization.
Clue number 2.
Some debate if these were exaggerated or even fictionalized, but they were connected to the 1970s.
Clue number 3.
Involves pairs.
Clue number 4.
Technically featured small, jagged pieces of brass.
Clue number 5.
Included a large bowl. Final clue.
Clue number 6.
This is a mostly private social gathering for swingers.
Paul.
I think Hawk was first.
Mark.
Key party.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
So in back-to-back weeks, last week in Duluth, Chris got genital herpes.
Oh.
And this week he gets key party.
Oh, in the game.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised they let me into the key party with the general herpes.
Yeah.
But hey, you know.
But hey.
A
On
Russian
brand.
roulette key party.
Key party.
Nice job, Hogs.
Thank you.
Boy, Hawk.
Okay.
So again,
Ain't dead yet.
if we're keeping
Yeah,
track,
here we go.
Sauce got keg party, Hawk got key party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I got kiddie pool.
All of those things are right on brand.
And I'm still here, Mom.
At least it wasn't kitty party.
Mom.
Well, she likes to know I'm still playing.
Kitty party.
She likes
Sauce.
to know I'm still playing.
Sauce has 3. Hawk and Marnie each has
Nice
2.
job.
Okay. here we
Here's
go.
number 8 of KP.
Clue number 1.
You could argue millennials are most familiar with these.
Clue number 2.
Technically found underwater.
Clue number 3.
Its secret is closely guarded by a man named Eugene.
Paul.
Yep.
Krabby Patty?
That's right.
Wow, you knew Mr. Krabs' first name?
No, but
Damn, dude. That's a Krabby Patty from SpongeBob SquarePants.
Really
Good
good.
job. Wow, man.
Wow, what gave that away then if you didn't know that aspect of it?
the underwater younger people would know who it is.
Damn, dude, you were thinking
Wow.
SpongeBob. I was hoping I was vague
Nice
enough where you
work,
didn't know where I
Sauce.
was going.
I don't know.
I thought you
That's
just knew
really
Mr.
good.
Krabs' name.
Hawk? He had crabs once.
We get it.
Okay, don't be mad.
No, you're right. He's right. I did.
He is, yeah, we call him Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sauce, you have 4, and you have a 2-point lead with 4 to go. Hawk and Marnie each have 2. Parrish, you got to run the table
Yeah,
already,
I
buddy.
got to get hot real quick here.
You can do this. All right.
Let's go.
Number
Here we go.
9
Ah, go, guys.
of KP.
Yeah, baby.
Clue number 1.
Connected to Orlando.
Marnie.
Go for it.
Katy Perry.
You were waiting for that one. Orlando Bloom, not Orlando,
Brill.
Florida. You were waiting on
Brill.
that one.
Sitting on it.
Was that the first thing you thought of when I
It was
said
the only
KP?
thing written on my sheet.
That's part of the game.
Katy Perry.
Well done,
Yeah, well done, Marnes.
Well, thanks,
Katy
guys.
Perry. All right, that gets Marnie back in the game. That mathematically eliminates Mark Parrish.
Oh, I really thought I had a chance there.
But keep playing.
You got this, baby.
Let's go.
Sauce,
hi to
you
your
have
mom.
4.
I will. Hi, Mom.
Marnie has 3. Hawk has 2. Here's number 10
Keep playing, Parrish.
of KP.
Dang.
Clue number 1.
Named after a palace guardian.
Clue number 2.
This is often considered somewhat cubed.
Clue number 3.
Often appears in various shades of brown, red, tan, green, and white.
Clue number 4.
It's considered spicy.
Marnie.
Yep.
Kung Pao?
That's right.
Wow.
Kung Pao, and Marnie ties it up.
Yum.
Nice job, Marnes.
I love his chicken.
Kung Pao.
Wow.
Well done, Marnes.
Yeah, nice
That's
job.
it, Marnes.
All right, 2 to go. Hawk, you
Hi-ya!
need the last 2 to tie, but you're not
Okay.
out of
Here
it
we
yet.
go, Hawk.
You can
Okay,
get,
baby.
you can get
Guys.
11 and 12.
Okay.
Marnie and Sauce all squared up with 2 to go. Here's
Okay.
number 11 of KP.
Clue number 1.
Considered decorative.
Clue number 2.
Aims for a calming aesthetic.
Clue number 3.
Found in places such as resorts, hotels, public parks, or even a lobby.
Clue number 4.
Are usually man-made.
Mark.
Yep.
Koi pond.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
That is a koi
Good one,
pond,
Perry.
and
Nice,
Mark
buddy.
is
Good one,
on
Perry.
the board.
Good one.
Yeah.
And we're
Nice
down
one, Pear.
to
Nice
this.
one.
I don't think I was sure whether that started with a C or a K.
I think
Seriously.
it's KOI.
It
Correct.
sure
right?
is.
Yeah.
Absolutely nailed it. KOI.
Nice job, Perry.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
was a really
yes,
good
it
one
feels,
there.
you know,
Yeah.
always feels good to contribute.
Like 15 years ago, I was on a sales call with my buddy Jim. We
Yeah.
were walking through this lobby of this hotel, and
Rosie's
I
not here.
freaking felt. What?
Rosie's not here.
Oh, then never mind. It's an office reference. All right, number 12. Here it comes down to this. Sauce has 4.
Let's make
Marnie
it
has
go
4.
Yeah, here we go. Let's go OT. Yeah,
Sauce,
let's
you
go
get
Hawk.
this
Here we
right,
go.
you win. Marnie, you get this
Sweet.
right, you win. If Parrish or Hawk gets it right, we have a tiebreaker between Saucy and Marnie.
Skadoosh.
Dude.
Here is number 12 for the win. KP.
Clue number 1.
Mostly rectangular.
Clue number 2.
Is torn or
Paul.
for the win.
It's the only one I thought of the whole time. Ketchup packet.
That's right.
Oh, wow,
I
saucy.
sat on that one after you,
You
gave
were
the
waiting
clues.
for ketchup packet?
And when you said
Jesus.
burst, transports, and bursted, I almost used it on that one because it sometimes bursts. I thought
Ruptures,
you would,
sure.
ruptures,
Transport's
yeah.
a little vague, but
But
sure,
yeah,
ruptures.
I was
You were
waiting on ketchup packet.
packets?
Yeah.
Wow.
My
Because I
gosh.
knew
That
you
was
would use
awesome.
it.
Damn,
Yeah.
Wow, sauce.
That's
dude. Mostly rectangular, torn, or cut, and he freaking nailed it. Wow.
I have to be honest with you. That one was
That
hard
was
for
impressive.
me. There were
Tough combo.
the ones that had that have the silent K got me,
Yes.
and then there were words I didn't know if they started with C or K. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They were all coming to me.
Oh,
I'll
that's a
tell
hard
you.
one. Nice job, Saucy.
Wow,
And
Saucy.
you too,
Sauce,
Marnes.
that way. Marnes, you had some
also
good
played.
ones.
You guys both
Thanks.
hit home runs on
Knockout,
ones you were waiting
Marnie,
for.
knockout
Yes.
punch
Yep.
was impressive.
That is
Thanks.
part of the
Thanks.
game.
Thanks.
Katy Perry
Yeah.
and Ketchup Packet, basically just waiting in the wings. Sauce, what happens
Pipeline.
I am sponsored by my amazing friends at 7th Avenue Pizza. You can tweet me and tag 7th Avenue Pizza through the end of Sunday, and one of you could win $100 to restock your freezer with 7th Avenue Pizza.
Remember how you said earlier that I wouldn't use somebody else for Kirby Puckett because you're like, those people don't know who the
Yeah.
other. All 3 of the tiebreakers were athletes because this combo is so freaking hard.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
I have 3 athletes, and I'm like, man, I really didn't want it to go to overtime because I wasn't sure if it was going to be fair. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Can I mention one of them?
Go for it.
I was, when you said like the sports, I was going to say Kendrick Perkins.
That was tiebreaker 3.
They have
Kendrick
no idea who
Perkins.
that is.
He was 3.
Yeah.
Can you name the other 2? How about
Kirby
this?
Puckett?
Let's see. No,
No,
let's
we
see.
use that.
Let's see if anybody can, without any clues. Here's the other 2 tiebreakers I had. One is an NFL player, current, and the other is a current college football player.
Can I play?
Yeah.
Koi Parrish.
Coy
Yeah.
Parrish was tiebreaker 2 of the Golden Gophers. First one is an NFL quarterback. Come on, Sauce.
Collins?
Yeah, Kerry Pollins from the Panthers 30 years ago. He might be a starter this year, too. Might be.
Kyle Pitts.
Nope, that's a tight end.
It was a
Also
name.
on my list, but
That was a
didn't.
name, though.
That
was
wasn't
a
him.
name.
Nice job.
Come on,
guys.
That was
Sauce.
right. It was a name.
Outside, he might be the starter. He might.
Christoph Porzingis?
Nope. Oh wow, that was a really good one. I don't even have him on my list. Well done. Come on, dude, you can get this. How can you get ketchup packets so easily, but you can't name a possible starting quarterback? Possible because he's in a group, not Kellen Pond. He's in a group of about 5 guys fighting for a spot. That's why he's
Kyle Petty.
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. Yep, that's
Yes,
the
he
right answer.
can.
That's right.
There it is.
Man,
Of the Cleveland Browns.
man.
That was a tough list.
That was
Tough
hard.
combo, man.
Real hard.
Yep.
Nice job, though. It
That was fun.
Attaboy, Saucy.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Keystone
man.
Pipeline was really good. Again,
Yeah,
I
that was
wasn't sure who was
impressive.
going to know that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've heard of it. Never would have guessed
Will you
it.
be able to use KP again, you think, in the
I
future?
don't. Maybe 10 years from now, and it'll be the same 12 items.
And I'll have forgotten them all.
There was one that popped into my head at the very end.
Go on.
Knuckle push-ups.
Oh, that. See,
Oh,
that,
like
that's
great.
you know how Kevin Love
Wow.
broke his hand,
Yeah.
not punching a wall
Knuckle
over
push-ups.
a woman, just knuckle push-ups. You know,
Yeah.
worst excuse of all time.
Yeah, but can't tell the truth on that one. That's embarrassing.
No,
No.
that he threw basically an Andy Bernard tantrum and punched a wall at an
Yeah.
apartment
Yeah.
building.
Been there.
Yep.
But
Yep.
the Wolves said he was doing knuckle push-ups.
What was the rest
Whoops.
of the Katy Perry? Did you go into space for a clue?
The second clue has been seen in space.
Yeah, that would have been a dead giveaway, though.
Probably
That's good. That's good, though.
recently, sure.
That's good. Good.
Yep.
Man. Tough stuff, guys. Tough stuff.
Yeah, Sauce was locked in today. Krabby Patty was super impressive.
Yeah,
too.
that was.
All right, well
Thank
done.
you.
Hi,
Well
everybody. Twin Cities Pride Festivals this weekend. You got the Pride Beer Dabbler going on at the Sculpture Garden this weekend. All kinds of, it's like summertime. I mean, Freedom Fest car show, the Afton Strawberry Festival, which I know you're a big fan of, Corey.
Love that place. Go
I know.
every year
I know you do.
to Afton.
Yeah.
For strawberries.
Yep.
You eat strawberries, right?
I do, with like the most sugar possible on.
What?
You got to have sugar in
Sugar!
strawberries. Oh
They're
my God,
great
that's a
just the way they
game
are.
changer.
Weird Al Yankovic is playing at Treasure Island this weekend.
Sure is.
Out of here.
What
How
time will
about
that be?
8 o'clock on Saturday.
Oh.
I wonder if that'd be fun. I wonder if it's a comedy show. You know, I know
bet-
it's a comedy
I bet
show.
it's
Honestly, I
great.
bet the word fun is, it might not be great,
Right.
but it might be fun. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I think fun's probably the exact word that it is.
Right. I gotta believe he brings out a sweet band.
Hasn't
you know?
AJ seen him like 1,000 times? Isn't that?
I think so, yeah.
I think AJ's a giant Weird Al fan.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Like he's got a paper against him. He's not allowed to be with him. He can't even go Treasure Island.
Restraining
He's not
order.
even allowed to be near Red Wing. Lakes
Weird
Jams
Al.
this weekend. Sauerkraut Days. All kinds of great things, man. It is summer.
Sauerkraut days.
Where's the sauerkraut? days?
Sauerkraut Days would be in lovely Henderson, Minnesota.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what? Have you ever had sauerkraut? Like if you make it in a pan, add some chopped onions and butter, and then
Man.
so you're now heating it up, and so the bite isn't as strong.
Wow,
Have you
I've
ever
never
like,
had
I'll tell you what,
sauerkraut.
I'd rather
That's
die than eat that.
I mean, I would try that. Yeah.
on a hot dog.
Oh,
That
man. Oof.
sauerkraut that way with onions and butter
Yeah.
is really good.
We used to have to eat it every New Year's Eve. It was a thing my grandpa believed that if you ate sauerkraut on New Year's Eve, you had money all year, the next year. So I would take one strand and put it amongst whatever else I was eating.
Well, we figured
And
out.
obviously it didn't work.
Well, maybe
What
you need
else
to
did
eat
your
more.
grandpa say?
It's true. Oh, man.
Did your grandpa have a lot of money?
No.
Did he ever on New Year's Eve go, this is the 40th consecutive year
Yeah.
I haven't gotten monty and I've been eating sauerkraut for 4 decades?
And man, is it terrible.
Nope, but he loved the ladies.
Yep.
Had nothing to do with it, but it's true.
Man,
Right.
one string of kraut.
One string.
What a weird superstition. I
Yeah,
guess
I don't-
I guess all superstitions on
I
some
think
level
it's
are
a
a little weird,
Kentucky
but
thing.
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
What a weird tradition. But hey, traditions are traditions. Why not? Give it a shot. Didn't hurt anybody,
No, except for me.
except for you.
Yucky.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, I've never had it.
Yucky. Yeah, anyway.
People love it on pizza.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Sauerkraut on
Yeah.
pizza?
There's-
I haven't
Never
heard that
of
one
that.
too
Yeah.
much.
I mean, among other
toppings,
things.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Red Savoy has a
Oh, they have
pizza
some
with
good pizza.
sauerkraut on it. It's really good.
Oh man, their
Because
pizza's good.
again, sauerkraut when it's warm just doesn't have that pungent
Sour bite to it.
Yes, and especially you add butter, cheese, whatever, marinara sauce.
what is
and
butter cheese?
sausage.
Yeah.
I know,
Ask
that
your
sounds good.
ask your grandpa.
I don't know, but America
That sounds
definitely
good.
came up with
Yeah.
it.
You're darn right.
Yeah.
Well, good week, everybody. We did it. They got to pay us for this one.
They do.
Yeah.
And again, let's look ahead a couple of weeks. So next week we're off for the 4th, on the 4th, right? We're obviously back Monday through Thursday. But
we'll be
next
here Thursday,
Friday, no game of initials, no show next Friday. The following Friday, we're in Detroit Lakes.
Which I'm going to tonight, by the way, Detroit
Right
Mountains,
on.
if you want to come watch the Fabulous Armadillos.
So that's a major, by the way, as well. A major in Detroit Lakes in 2 weeks. And then 3 weeks from today, the initials tournament starts. So you guys won't have a normal game of initials for the foreseeable future. So way to walk it off, Sauce. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
thanks, man.
That's the last regular one for a while.
Well, if I'd have known that, I would have tried harder.
Yeah.
Well, just win the major in a couple of weeks in Detroit
That's
Lakes.
what I'm saving it up for.
You
I
can do
always
that.
like doing that one. That's a fun. That's
Super
a
fun.
We got
show.
that one. That's
Great
when we
people.
go hard.
And again, we
That's
always
when
draw
we
a
go.
name, so one Rube gets to play in 2 weeks as well. So join us in Detroit Lakes. What is that, the 11th? Yeah, the 11th, July 11th.
My oh my.
Yeah, the summer is freaking flying.
Flying.
June 27th.
Man, crazy.
Faster and faster every year.
Amen, bro.
All right, 9 to noon is next. Everybody have a great week. The Power Trip Morning Show returns 5:30 to 9 Monday morning. See you then.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
Abby, you too, baby. Enjoy the weekend. You get one little life. Have fun, everybody. God bless.
It's Suns Out, Guns Out with Wolf River Electric solar panels. Thanks to Wolf River Electric, Sonny here can finally get all of his energy out. And when the sun's out, Sonny has way more energy than we know what to do with. So we sell that energy back to the electric company. Sun's out, money's in. Switch to Wolf River Electric and make every day, rain or shine, a suns out, guns out day.
And reclaim your restless